观众朋友，大家好，欢迎收看我们这一期的 WCETV Coffee Break， 我是 Aster。其实呢，我们这一期的嘉宾啊，已经是第2次来到我们的演播厅了。那我给你们几个小的提示，看看大家能不能猜到他是谁。他呢是被现在的媒体评为湛蓝美声的希腊男高音、新时代男高音歌唱家。那同时呢，他的嗓音啊非常的深情，而且曲风多变。那么不同于乐坛的其他的男高音歌唱家那样的雄壮浑厚，他的声音啊其实蕴藏着非常丰富的情感，是非常截然不同的一种温柔的形式。那么不知道大家猜到了没有？他就是 Montreal Frangoulis， 让我们一起欢迎他。Montreal, hello, Montreal.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, and welcome to WCETV Coffee Break.
Thank you.
And
Thank you. I'm fascinated by your language. I love Chinese.
I know.
The sound is fantastic.
Yes, I know. It's different in terms.
Of course.
It's like a saying.
Of course, one of the most difficult languages in the world. Of course,
but you know, I know that you can speak at least 5 languages, and you are fluent at them.
Yes.
Right. And I know you are extremely busy, but have you ever got a chance to read the reviews online about the album you sold online?
Actually, no, I haven't.
I mean,
right? Many years ago, I used to.
Yes, I know.
You know,
so
especially
that's
with
why
the CNN interviews and.
Yeah, that's
and
why
I
had something for you.
Oh,
you know, it's
okay.
several reviews. It's fantastic. Don't worry. About the Sometimes I Dream. This said, this is just the pure environment and so nurturing. Montreal sings in English, Italy, Greek, and Spanish. And trust me, you will not care that you don't understand a word. Montreal transmits so much emotion and energy through his songs that you will enjoy the music, even if you don't understand what he's saying. He's that good. And also about Vincello Palladello.
Vincerò Perderò, yes.
Oh, okay,
by
that's
Steve
Italy.
Wood.
Yes, I win Alice, right?
Yes.
Yes. He said he sings in Italy, Spanish, English, French, and Greek. He's fluent in all 5 languages. He's fantastic. Right. So that's the review
so much.
online.
Thank you. And I think it's the nature of my business, especially because being, you know, in the opera world and also in the classical crossover world, you try to cross over in so many different languages and to be accepting of all cultures and traditions around the world. I travel so much, so speaking languages makes it much easier for me.
Yes, I know. You know, sometimes the language you speak, it carries the culture.
Yes,
you know,
of
so
course.
When you understand the language, you can understand the culture.
It's important, and you understand the people, and I think that's very important to have a connection with your audiences and people who come backstage to speak with you. It's. I wish I could speak Chinese, but I have sung in Chinese.
Right, you will.
I have many years ago. We performed a performance in Greece, actually, called Bravo China.
Oh.
And very, very important performance with some of the most amazing artists that I've ever worked with, you know. A soprano called Huang Ying, who played Madame Butterfly. She played the leading role in the movies as well, and impressed me so much with her personality and her commitment to her songs. You know, obviously she's an opera singer per se, but also had the ability to cross over in another style.
Yes, she's like telling a story.
Yes, and Lo Juan, of course. I don't know if you.
Of course, he's really famous in China, actually.
Really?
Yes,
Lo Juan?
Of course.
I'm very, very excited about him as well. You know, I've watched him, of course, on the internet a few times, but.
You know, when you go to China, have you ever been to China before? No?
Actually not, no.
Oh,
it's one of my big dreams.
Right,
in
when
my
you go
life
to China and, you know, on the street, when you grab a man or a lady or, you know, a little child, when you talk about Liu Huan, they're going to know it.
Okay.
Yeah,
great.
so they're going to share with you some music or with you about him.
We had a great time, I think, at the time, also because you know, it was a very, very historic moment for us.
Yes.
It was the Olympic Games in Athens. It was before the Olympic Games happened in Beijing. Yeah. And so it was 2 ancient, you know, civilizations, very profound and very deep, and you know, suddenly got together to perform at the Herodoticus, which is one of the most historic theaters, at least for me,
I can understand
in the world.
So proud of yourself, right?
Yes, very proud.
Yeah.
Very proud of this theater. Also, it's, you know, it's at the foot of the Acropolis, right underneath the Acropolis, and you know, it's just it was amazing to be singing with Huang Ying and Lo Huan, and also some great acrobats and folk musicians. It was just almost like stepping into a movie. You know, it was just so beautiful.
I know you work with Asian artists or the tenors or the musicians. Have you ever performed in Asia before?
Like I said, of course, I haven't been to China, but I performed in Asia many times, in other parts of Asia many times. And Japan,
Japan.
I performed more than 8 times.
Wow, that's a lot.
My 9th concert was with the Tokyo Philharmonic at the Bunkamura Hall in the center of Tokyo, and that was a great exchange, once again, of culture and friendship. And in Singapore, of course. And in Singapore, in fact, I had a fantastic experience. We were presenting our albums back in when I first performed Sometimes I Dream, and that was one of the places we stopped for our promotional tour.
Oh, okay.
And we performed in the center, you know, of the city. And when I was leaving, when I was at the airport leaving to go back to Europe, there was a little girl who was holding a rose, a red rose.
Wow,
and she said to me,
romantic.
"This is just a small gift so that you can remember us and remember that there's another little child who feels and loves the world the way I do."
I know.
And that's, you know, something I will remember for the rest of my life.
I know. All about your performance or your work is about, you know, to deliver the message to love the world we live, to love your life, and to love the people you love.
Yes,
right.
I agree, and this is I think this is what our aim should be, what our mission should be as artists.
Yes.
To try and have a better world and have a peaceful world, and make sure that people don't fight against each other, and they love each other, and they're very good neighbors. You know, unfortunately, what is happening around the world right now is
chaos.
Is chaotic and unforgivable, really, because we live in one world altogether, and if we hurt each other, then we hurt this one world that we all live together. You know, and I think music. That's what music does. It sort of joins our hearts, and it makes us understand that deep down inside we're all people. You know, we will laugh when you joke with us. We will be hurt when you hurt us. You know, same thing.
My God, when you know, even though we speak different languages and sometimes we can't understand each other,
I agree.
But you know, I can see your emotions or your expressions through the body language or the facial expressions. So I know what they're feeling right now. So basically, we're the same.
Thank you.
Right. Yeah, I got it. And you know, we have on WCETV currently we are running a 2 performance of yours, the beautiful television specials. One is Music of the Night, and the other is Montreal Frangoulis Live with the Boston Pops. So let's start with the Music of the Night. I know both of them are big events, and there's a lot you want to talk about. So let's start the Music of the Night. Is there any special or experience you want to share with us?
Yes, Music of the Night was actually in the same theater that we performed Bravo China. At the Herodoticus Amphitheater in the center of Athens. Again, you know, what was special was that it was the first concert after my second international album, after Follow Your Heart, and just after the Olympic Games in Greece. And of course, you know, I still was very emotional about the recent experience, and of course performing with an orchestra from Moscow, with Maestro Samoilov, a Russian orchestra that came from Moscow to Greece to perform together. And we performed songs from musical theater, from my experience in life, from West Side Story and Phantom of the Opera and The King and I, and roles that I've played in my life. And of course the first presentation of my first 2 records of Sometimes I Dream and Follow Your Heart in a more classical pops crossover situation in Athens.
Okay, that's about the Boston Pops, right?
No, now that was
the Music of the Night.
That was Music of the Night.
Oh, okay. And you also worked with the Boston Pops.
Yes, the Boston Pops.
How about that?
Boston Pops, for me, is probably one of the 5 best pops orchestras in the world.
Right.
And I love Keith Lockhart, the conductor, who is so open and all-embracing, of different cultures, and was so thorough and so great with the artists, on stage, and of course accepted my music and knows my music very well,
right.
and has.
It's hard to find someone know you,
It's hard to find somebody who knows this repertoire, but he's
right.
He's probably one of the best conductors in the world for this repertoire, for classical crossover.
Yes, I got it. Sometimes it's also curious about, like, when I read about the name of the concert is the Boston Pops.
Yes.
The Life with the Boston Pops. I think that probably they perform like popular songs or pop, something like that.
Yes.
I just think, it's kind of weird.
They have a lot of fun. They
right,
have a lot
to
of
think
fun, and
you
that's what
work
fantastic.
with them, so it's kind of funny.
Keith Lockhart is, like you said, he's very popular in his way of expressing himself on stage. He dances. He
wear jeans, t-shirts.
No jeans and t-shirts. Not in the symphony hall. But when he performs, of course, in the big parks for the major concerts. But in the symphony hall, no, he was very similar to what I'm wearing.
Wow.
A nice contemporary musician, who has an amazing
has an amazing voice and performance.
Amount of knowledge in his music.
Okay, great.
And of course we had some very special guests.
Yes.
Haley Westenra, who was part of our of our concert. It was the first presentation of Beautiful Things, my new international album, and he was just fantastic, with the rhythms, the way he would communicate with the other artists.
Yes.
Of course, Alkistis Protopsalti came from Greece, who is like our national treasure, and she's like our Liza Minnelli of our country, very theatrical and very full of great energy on stage. And a young artist called George Paris, who is in the new generation of great vocalists.
So excited.
Yes, very, very excited.
So why you decide to join the music career? It's just because you're gonna that you're gonna meet such famous people or great artists. So that's why you joined the music career or something?
No, of course not.
Just kidding.
No, of course not.
I know it's about your passion about
music. Yes, this is one way of seeing it. Of course, it's important who you meet in your career, and at some point, people, very important people in the business, can make a difference in your path. Having met Placido Domingo, for example, many times since I was a student, has made a great impression in my life. And of course, now we see each other after a performance, so when we meet, we have other things to talk about. We talk about the music, and we talk about
different cultures, different topics.
Yes, of course. But in any case, the way I started was, I was born in Africa, and so when I was 4 years old, I came to Greece, and lived since 4 years old. I lived in Athens until I was 17, when I went to drama school in London, with the vision to be an actor, first and foremost. Before I became a singer, I wanted to be an actor.
Really?
So I...
wow, that's interesting. I haven't heard of that yet.
Yes.
Right. Have you performed every, characters or roles in any...
acting
film?
roles?
Yes.
Well, I performed in theater a lot.
Theater.
A lot. I did one movie with Kevin Costner. Oh, no, Kevin, sorry, I beg your pardon.
West of the
I
Field?
performed a movie with Kevin Kline.
Oh, okay.
Some time ago, I played a cameo role, a small part with Lara Fabian and a lot of very interesting people in the business. Of course,
that's quite a lot, though.
Called The Lovely. Yes, that was the story of Cole Porter, and I sang "So in Love" by Cole Porter, and performed in the movie. But more of a theater performer myself. Shakespeare, a few Shakespeare plays, ancient Greek tragedies.
You are versatile, you know that you do. And also, we hear about that you're going to have a coming show in the Civic Auditorium, right?
Pasadena Civic Auditorium.
Yes, Pasadena. I'm sorry about that. Can you share some information about that show? What can we expect from that show?
Yes, Pasadena Civic Auditorium is for me one of the most important theaters. It's a landmark theater in the States, and of course I have so many friends in Pasadena. Nikos Payanagiotakopoulos and Mr. Billy Chung and a lot of people that our paths have crossed in so many ways that I feel that I have friends, and I feel like this city is almost like a second home.
Yes, I know they always be there to support you.
Yes, to support, and I love the idea of going back to Pasadena to perform in this theater. It's a big theater. The concept that we have, on each concert is that we have a different performer in each place. So this is the first of a few concerts in the States. We start from Pasadena, the Pasadena Civic Auditorium on May.
Oh, so we have a lot coming up soon.
Yes, after May 11th we go to Detroit, we go to Boston, Washington, Canada, at the Rialto Theater in Montreal.
That's a lot of places.
So a lot of places this time, but we're coming back.
Have you ever thought about to hire an assistant so I can, fill in the applications? Just kidding.
You're hired already. You're fantastic.
Thank you
so much.
And
as they say.
Yeah, that's Chinese. And it's a 20 minutes interview. Even though I want to talk to you forever, but it's the time limits. Can you? But do you have any special messages that across to WCETV to our audience? We can have that list of words, the several words, the special message, just to like something exclusively on WCETV.com for the audience. Right?
Well. Thank you for welcoming me at WCETV, and I give you a message of love and hope and peace and prosperity, both in our personal lives and also in our professional endeavors. I wish you all the best. I wish all our friends love and peace. Love is the greatest gift that we can give to one each other, and this is the gift I give to you.
Thank you so much, Montreal.
Thank you so much.
我们这一期的 WCETV Coffee Break 就到这里了，谢谢大家，希望大家下一次继续关注我们的节目，拜拜。